Your electric car isn't what you think, and nobody is saying it. Let's just say it straight. Your electric car is not zero emissions. I know that's what the badge says. I know that's what the ad said. I know you probably got a tax credit for it. And I'm not saying you made a bad decision. I'm saying this. You've been told a partial truth. Package is a complete one. And that's where things get uncomfortable because most people think no exhaust means no emissions. That's the assumption. No tailpipe, no problem. But the tailpipe is the smallest part of the story. And once you see the full picture, you don't look at the badge the same way again. Now, before people jump in and get defensive, relax. This isn't anti-EV, this is anti-simplification. Because the reality is electric vehicles are better in some ways, worse in others. And massively misunderstood overall, and the misunderstanding is where the problem is. So let's start at the part nobody talks about. Before you ever drove it, before it ever hit the showroom, before the zero emissions badge was even printed, that car already had a carbon footprint, a big one. What does it take to manufacture a regular gas car? Roughly 6 metric tons of CO2. Manufacturing an electric vehicle? Over 10. Before you drive a single mile, before you plug it in once, you're already starting with almost double the emissions. Why? The battery. That's the entire difference. That battery is the reason your car is clean, but it's also the reason it starts off more carbon intensive than the thing that it replaced. That's the first disconnect. Now here's where it gets more interesting. That battery could have a completely different footprint depending on where it was made. Same battery, same car, different factory, massively different environmental cost. Because it's made somewhere powered by coal, the emissions skyrocket. If it's made somewhere powered by renewables, much lower. So now your clean car depends on a factory on the other side of the world that you've never thought about. That's not in the marketing. So let's now go further because this is where most people don't want to look. That battery needs materials, lithium, cobalt, nickel, and those don't come from nowhere. They come from the ground. And one of those materials should make you pause, cobalt. About 70% of the words cobalt comes from one place, the Democratic Republic of Congo. And here's the part that doesn't make it into the ad. Thousands of children are working in those mines, some as young as 6. That's not speculation, that's documented. So now you ask yourself something uncomfortable. The clean energy transition is being powered by some of the dirtiest supply chains on the planet. That doesn't mean EVs are bad, but it does mean the story you were told is incomplete. Now let's go one level deeper, because this is where it flips. You finally get the car, you plug it in, no gas, no exhaust, feels good, feels clean. But here's the question nobody asks. Where's that electricity coming from? Because electricity doesn't just exist, it's generated, and in a lot of places it's generated by coal. So now instead of emissions coming from your car, they're coming from a power plant. Different location, same atmosphere, and in some regions, that shift actually makes things worse. There are areas where electric cars create more total pollution than the gas cars they replaced. Not because EVs are bad, but because the grid is. That's the part nobody explains. Your car's cleanliness depends on your zip code, not the badge. Now let's zoom out, because this is where the narrative breaks. You were told zero emissions, but what they meant was zero tailpipe emissions. That's not the same thing. That's like saying this product is sugar-free, but it's loaded with something else. Technically true, functionally misleading. Now here's where I'm going to shift a little because this isn't criticism. There's a reason why people choose EVs, and it matters. Over time, they do become cleaner. That higher manufacturing footprint, it gets paid off, usually within 13 to 25,000 miles. After that, they're actually ahead. So yes, over a full lifetime, EVs can produce 40 to 70% less emissions than gas cars. That's real, but that's the problem. That's one stat. It's being used to ignore everything else. The mining, the labor, the grid, the recycling problem. All of it gets brushed aside because of one number. That's not how reality works. So let's now talk about something almost nobody's ready for. What happens at the end? That battery doesn't last forever. Eventually it degrades, needs replacing, and here's where it gets serious. Right now, about 90% of EV batteries are not being recycled. Think about that. You go through all that mining, all that manufacturing, all that energy, and then you throw it away or store it or let it sit as waste. Not a closed loop. That's a growing problem. And as EV adoption increases, so does that problem. Now let's bring this back because this isn't about attacking EVs. This is about exposing something bigger. Oversimplification. People don't like complexity, so industries simplify. They compress reality into something easy to understand. Zero emissions, simple, clean, marketable, but not complete. When you make decisions based on incomplete information, you're not making informed choices, you're making guided ones. Now here's where I land. Electric vehicles are not bad, they're not a scam, but they're not what you've been told either. They are transition technology, better than what came before, but not the final answer. And if you don't understand that, you'll either blindly support them or blindly reject them. But both positions miss the point. The real conversation is this: how do we improve the system, cleaner grids, better battery chemistry, ethical supply chains, real recycling infrastructure? That's where the focus should be, not arguing over a badge on the back of a car. Now here's a part I want you to sit with. You can buy something with the intention of doing good and still be part of a system that has consequences you didn't see. That doesn't make you wrong. It makes the system complex, but complexity requires awareness, and awareness is what's missing. If this gave you a different perspective, please share it. Not because people hate EVs, but people who think conversation is over, because it's not. It's just getting started. And if you want more conversations like this, subscribe, because we're not here to repeat what you already hear. We're here to look at what's underneath it. Drop a comment. Does this change how you see EVs, or do you think the benefits outweigh everything else I said? Let's talk about it. I'll see you in the next video.